the deadly lake that turns animals into stone. Imagine a place where nature itself seems to defy logic, a lake so hostile that animals unlucky enough to touch its waters become frozen in time, turned into eerie, lifelike statues. This isn't the plot of a fantasy novel or a myth from ancient folklore. This is a real place on Earth, Lake Natron, a deadly yet mesmerizing lake in Tanzania. What is Lake Natron? Lake Natron is a highly alkaline lake located in northern Tanzania, near the border with Kenya. Unlike most freshwater lakes, its waters are filled with extreme levels of sodium carbonate and other minerals, making it one of the harshest environments on the planet. The pH level of the water can reach 10.5, almost as high as ammonia or bleach, meaning it can cause severe burns and dehydration on contact. The lake gets its name from natron, a naturally occurring compound of sodium carbonate and baking soda, which was once used by ancient Egyptians to preserve mummies. Who discovered its mysterious effects? While the lake has been known to local communities for centuries, its eerie ability to preserve animals was first documented by Nick Brandt, a wildlife photographer, in 2013. Brandt captured haunting images of birds and other creatures that had died in the lake and were later found perfectly preserved, as if turned to stone. His discovery sparked global curiosity, leading scientists to investigate the lake's strange, deadly properties. When did this happen? The preservation process has likely been happening for thousands of years, but it only gained widespread attention after Brandt's photographs were published in his book, Across the Ravaged Land, in 2013. Since then, researchers have studied the lake more closely to understand how and why it has such a unique effect on animals. Where is Lake Natron located? Lake Natron is situated in the Great Rift Valley of East Africa, an area known for its dramatic landscapes, volcanic activity, and extreme environments. The lake lies at the base of Ol Doinyo Lengai, an active volcano that contributes to the lake's chemical composition by releasing minerals and ash into its waters. The region itself is breathtakingly beautiful, with its crimson-colored lake contrasting against the surrounding arid plains. However, despite its striking appearance, this lake is one of the most inhospitable places on Earth. Why does Lake Natron turn animals into stone? The reason behind this natural mummification process lies in the lake's chemical composition. When an animal comes into contact with the lake's highly alkaline waters, the intense minerals begin to dehydrate and preserve the body almost immediately. The lake's high levels of sodium carbonate and bicarbonate act as natural preservatives. Just like the substances used in Egyptian mummification, animals that die in or near the lake are quickly coated in a layer of mineral deposits. Over time, this forms a hard shell around their bodies, giving them a stone-like appearance. However, contrary to some exaggerated claims, the lake doesn't instantly turn animals into stone. It is a gradual process that happens as the minerals accumulate over time. How do animals end up in Lake Natron? Many birds and small animals that fall into the lake mistake its surface for a safe landing spot. Because the lake is extremely still and reflective, birds can misinterpret it as open sky. Once they touch the water, the high alkalinity burns their skin and eyes, and if they cannot escape, they eventually succumb to the toxic environment. Their bodies are then preserved by the lake's chemical composition. However, not all animals suffer from Lake Natron's deadly effects. Interestingly, some life does thrive in this extreme environment. One of the few species that can survive here is the lesser flamingo, Phoenicoparus minor, which has adapted to feed on the lake's cyanobacteria. This bacterium gives the flamingos their bright pink color and provides them with a safe breeding ground, as predators avoid the harsh waters. What does this mean for science? Lake Natron serves as a natural laboratory for scientists studying extreme environments, similar to those found on other planets. Researchers believe that understanding how life survives in such harsh conditions could provide insights into the possibility of life on Mars or other worlds with extreme chemical compositions. Furthermore, the lake's ability to naturally preserve animals raises interesting questions about fossilization and the long-term preservation of biological matter. Some scientists speculate that lakes like Natron could create fossils much faster than traditional processes, potentially offering a new way to study ancient life forms. Is Lake Natron a threat to humans? While Lake Natron is dangerous, it does not pose a significant threat to humans unless directly exposed to its waters for extended periods. The local Maasai people, who have lived in the region for centuries, have adapted to the environment and use the lake's minerals for traditional medicine and livestock care. However, climate change and human activities threaten the delicate balance of Lake Natron. If the water levels change too drastically, or if pollution enters the ecosystem, it could disrupt the unique life that depends on the lake, particularly the lesser flamingos that rely on its isolation for breeding. Final thoughts. Lake Natron is a true wonder of nature, a place where the boundaries between life and death blur, where water transforms creatures into stone-like relics, and where nature's raw power is on full display. Its haunting beauty and deadly secret make it one of the most fascinating places on Earth. Though it may seem like something out of mythology, this lake is a reminder of how diverse and extreme our planet's ecosystems can be. It's a place that challenges our understanding of life and death, preservation and decay, and the incredible power of chemistry in shaping the natural world. Would you dare to visit?